Alright, what's up you guys? Today we're going to be doing another Mirio guide. Now I have not done one in actually 6 entire months. I literally just went back and checked. We have not done one in 6 months. So let's do it. We're going to do another Mirio guide. I got some updated tips and tricks for you guys to do well with this character because Lord knows that he has been getting power crept like crazy ever since he originally got gutted. All the way back I think like season 7, season 8 I think, something like that. Whenever like they nerfed his charge alpha damage and his special action cooldown time, and it gave him 225 HP, he was immediately just gutted. Like bottom of A tier, borderline top of B. Like right now on my current tier list, I actually have this character at the very like top of B tier. Yeah, he's honestly he fell out of A tier for me with all these new characters coming out and him just getting just constantly power crept. And I think that I think honestly this is just my personal theory. I think the devs are done with regular Mirio. I think they're moving on to his quirk set because we have a lot of quirk set data for him. And yeah, I think next season is gonna be Mirio's quirk set. So I think that's where all the devs' attention is going, and they're kind of done with the regular Mirio. But yeah, let's get into the guide. So your overall game plan for Lemillion is still pretty much the same, to be honest. So essentially what you want to do is you want to be out of the opponent's line of sight as much as possible. As much as you possibly can, stay out of the opponent's line of sight. That is where Lemillion excels at. Honestly, kind of how he is in the show as well. You have to stay a surprise type character. You have to constantly keep doing surprise attacks, keep picking off their HP little by little, and let your teammate do the rest of the work. Because honestly, if Mirio is solo, he can't do much by himself. Before we get actually into the combos, into the overall like more game plan, tips and tricks and everything, I want to give a shout out to this tuning skill, Fixer. This tuning skill actually gives Mirio almost 250 HP back. The build on screen is the build that I'm using. This build gives Mirio a lot of HP back because it multiplies the HP tunes by 2.0, basically just by 2, so just doubled. And yeah, it gives him 241 HP instead of his normal 225. Now in an ideal world, he'll be able to do 249 HP, but unfortunately, none of his current plus ultra costumes can run this. They don't have all of the max HP tunes and Fixer on the same side. So for right now, we're 9 HP off. But yeah, we're 9 HP off, and we're almost close to getting Mirio back to 250. So whenever they drop another PUR costume, I pray that he can finally get back to 249 and you basically have that 250 HP back, because god, they should not have nerfed him down to 225. So another update about tuning, the exponential increase of damage perks is completely removed. It's completely gone, and this hurts Mirio extremely hard, especially on his charge alpha damage. Last season on my charge alpha, I was doing around, I think, 163, 164. I am now doing 10 less damage. I'm doing 153 on my charge alpha, and my regular alpha combo is now doing, I think, 14 less damage. Last season I was doing 236, and now I am doing 50, 50, 50, 72. So that's 150 plus 72. I'm pretty sure that's like 220 something. Let me just check real quick. That is 222 damage. So yeah, Mirio is yeah, he that tuning change really hit him hard. And also because of Fixer, this build right here, the build that I'm currently running, actually does more damage than his casual wear Heat, which has a lot more red slots, and that just goes to show how good Fixer is for Mirio. So if you're using Mirio and you have Monoma, or you just keep grinding for Monoma data if you don't have them, because Fixer is arguably probably the best on characters like Lemillion, who really need like the extra like little small buffs here and there to make him viable. Let's go into all of his combos and stuff like that. So for his alpha, one thing I see every single Lemillion doing, and what I need you all to stop doing when you play this character, please stop spamming charge alpha. Please do not. This skill, this is good. This is good for very select situations. Use your regular alpha combo. You wanna know why? This combo does 220 something damage with the right tuning and everything, and this is literally a stun lock combo, and your teammates can still shoot them in between that combo. Why would you not want to use this? And spamming charge alpha is also not good because it's very telegraphed. It's just gonna lead to your opponent having an upper hand, just rolling your attacks, because they have all this time with you sitting here charging it up to roll that. And it's not hard to roll at all. Now granted, you could just say, oh, Lemillion, you can just roll, but I'm gonna be honest, if you're outplaying your opponent correctly, they're not gonna have time to roll this. This is a very fast dash, and this is a team game. If you're fighting a 1v1 as Mirio, sure, they're gonna be able to roll it. But this is a team game, so it's a 3v3. they're not going to be able to roll your stuff perfectly while also having their teammates getting damaged. They're having to fight you and your teammates at the same time. It's too much going on at once. They're not going to be able to react to you doing this alpha combo. It's fine. Just use it. Now, some combos that I do know with Lemillion's alpha is that you can do alpha, melee, gamma. Now, unfortunately, this combo is not true on GP. It is only true on HP. But if you really try to fish for it, you can get it to work on GP. It's just really hard. So sometimes you may have to like fish them down a little bit if they roll it the first time. You have to do like maybe do like gamma, something like that. He also has one combo with beta, which is really good. Like, this is arguably his best combo. It's actually a roll catch combo. So Mirio's biggest enemy, which is rolling, he actually has a roll catch combo. So what you do is you do alpha, and it animation cancel it into beta. So honestly, I give credit for this combo to Germ. I saw that he did this in a YouTube short not too long ago, and when I first saw it, I was like, what the hell is that? That looks so cool. That looks so sick, and that actually looks like a really high damage, really OP combo for Mirio. And essentially what this combo is that you have to hit the actual like uncharged alpha in order to animation cancel it into beta. If you just do it normally, you can't do it. You can't animation cancel it. You have to hit the opponent. And one more mix-up you can do alpha, then you can wait and do another alpha, and then animation cancel it into beta. And just to show you how much damage that actually does without max GP on, alpha, wait a second, alpha, beta. That's the full guard, completely gone. And yeah, this is a 400 HP character. You're probably, not many people are 400 HP characters in this game. So it's going to be even more damage than this. I would also like to note that it is possible to do charge alpha and to charge alpha, but this is a very niche combo and you will not get it a lot of the time because people will tech and they will hit spacebar or hit X or whatever your jump bind is to get out of it beforehand. But I will tell you that it is possible. One final tip or trick about the charge alpha is that if you're trying to finish someone, and you're not trying to like fling yourself and storm or anything, because Mirio is very prone to be doing that, you can just charge off for downwards and you won't go nearly as far. You still get the max amount of damage, and yeah, you'll be completely fine. Moving on to his beta, a lot of things that I need you guys to stop doing with Lemillion is stop using this move extremely offensively. If you're not using this shit in a combo, honestly, it is not worth going for beta offensively a lot of the time. Use this shit as a getaway tool. And just, yeah, do not use it offensively. It is extremely rollable, it is extremely punishable, and you will get punished for it 9 times out of 10. So unless you like using it like this, I do not recommend it. Or if you have like really good ping and you're really confident in your timing, you can do beta, and if they whiff, you can spam permeation and tap it real quick, and then have it come back really fast, or just whatever. But most of the time, I don't recommend it. But if you're really confident, then you can do it. Also, one more thing about the beta is that he only gets higher percentage of this at higher levels. So he only stays underground for I think about maybe like 5 seconds. Unless like you're level 9. And once you get to level 9, you get a like extra like I think like what was that? Like 33%? He stays underground for a lot longer. And it's a lot more viable. So yeah, make sure after you get your alpha to level 9, because you want your alpha to be level 9 because the hitbox size actually increases. So don't just stop at level 7 just because you get the 3rd charge. Get level 9 alpha for the hitbox increases, so you can actually hit your charge alphas like that, instead of like having to be more precise with it. And also get your beta to level 9 for the extra percentage. Moving on to the last part of Mirio's quirk set. Well, we still have to talk about permeation and everything, but moving on to the last part of his 3 quirk skills, we have Gamma. His Gamma is actually really good, and you can use it for a lot of fake outs. You can use it for baiting, you can use it for protection, you can use it for a lot of stuff. But the trade-off is that this move has a 14-second cooldown at every single level. No, it does not go down, it does not get decreased with levels. It is a 14-second cooldown at every single level, which I think is kind of stupid, but it is what it is. It is an invincible shield unless he bars around, so I kind of understand it. And he can hold this shit basically forever. At higher levels, that is. This shield can be used as a very good DP, so essentially if someone's like charging at you, you just use this shield. And actually, what you don't want to do, you don't want to, honestly, in most situations, you don't want to tap it. You don't want to tap it because people are going to expect you to do that. What you want to do is, unless like someone can like obviously just pierce through you and pierce through your shield, you actually want to hold this down because most of the time if they're charging at you, right, they're probably a melee character. And the melee characters get flung back every time they try to attack this shield. So then after they get flung back, you get a free alpha combo off and you actually... Literally, this shield can act as a counter. And this segues into another point about Mirio's game plan, is that you want to constantly be doing shit that you don't expect, that the opponent, the opponent will not expect. You constantly want to be tripping up your opponent, and you constantly want to be trying to be two, three, four, 5 steps ahead of your opponent in order for you to get the maximum value out of this character, because Mirio is a very complex character and he plays very differently in a lot of different situations. He can play multiple different roles in the same situation, but it's really hard to do that because the way you have to play him is so precise, and you have to basically be at like 110% when you're playing this character all the time. He's very difficult. He's not like... To play this character to his maximum potential is not easy. It's not easy, it's not always practical, and sometimes it's not always possible. So that's why a lot of people don't really play this character. That's why he's a real struggle and a pain to play against all of the newer high tier characters that are coming out. One final thing to mention is that when you're actually holding this shield, if someone is getting like anywhere near your bubble, immediately cancel and go into beta. Because the last thing you want to do is get counterattacked like that, because that opens you up for a lot more attacks, and Mirio does not have the HP to tank all of that. Now moving on to his special action. Permeation. I think this part of Mirio needs to be reworked a bit in terms of cooldown. This skill, if you did not know, takes 1 minute and 7 seconds to come back from empty. And to top it all off, he does not even start the game with this skill. I think that's stupid. I think that is extremely stupid. It's okay. I think that this skill needs to be at most like 40 seconds. 40 seconds, 30 seconds, or something like that. And also, if you did not know, each individual percentage takes 1 second. So let's say you want to tap it like I just did. I have to wait whatever amount of seconds. I just have to wait like 15 seconds to get that back to full. Now, what I'm not saying is that I don't want him to be able to pop permeation when he's not at 100%. That's kind of crazy to have just like iframes when you're not at 100%. That's wild. But I would like a much shorter cooldown on permeation, because to be honest, when he had his permeation back when he first came out, that cooldown was perfectly fine, in my personal opinion. Let me know if you guys think differently. But I think Lemillion's permeation cooldown right now is way too long for the way that his character plays. And that brings me to another segment. Mirio's cooldowns are way too fucking long. I'm gonna be on. Each alpha takes 3 seconds. If you use all 3 charges, it is 12 seconds. His beta is 8 seconds. His gamma is 14 seconds. Permeation, when it's at empty, is 1 minute and 7 seconds. Each percentage is 1 second. Why is his why? Think about it this way. Each alpha takes 3 seconds. Why is the entire clip 12? Why is the entire clip like 4 seconds longer than each individual charge? Like, no other skill is like that. That's stupid to me. And I understand, yes, you can make the argument, Emerald, it's about, is literally invincible and whatever, but so? Each alpha taking 3 seconds is fine. But the entire clip taking 12 seconds is insane. Look how long it takes when I use all 3 charges right here. Oh, don't worry. I'll be back in a second. It'll be there. Just 1 more second. That is way too long of a cooldown for simply just 3 charges. Now, if he had 4 charges, I would understand that. But each alpha is 3 seconds. The entire thing is 12. I think that it should either be 9 or at max 10 seconds. 10 seconds, that's fine. But 12, no. Cut it down a little bit. My final point about permeation, his special action, is please, for the love of God, do not do this. Permeation, go! I see every Lemillion do this. Please do not do this. This is a complete waste of your special action. Now you're without special action for what? 1 minute and 7 seconds? That is his, quite literally, this is his most valuable skill. Go! If you do not have special action up on Lemillion, you're selling, and you need to get your permeation up immediately, because this character cannot play to full potential without his iframes. What you really want to do with permeation in an actual fight, in a realistic battle, you want to tap it. Do not tap it for more than like a second and a half, because if you do, then you will be waiting like 20 to 30 seconds for this shit to get back to full.
Permeation,
1.
go!
17 seconds. I have to wait 17 seconds for this shit to all the way come back. And it might be a little faster because I have Fixer with special action reload speed on, so it might be just a little bit faster than 1 second per percentage. But if you don't have Fixer and you don't have special action reload tune on your build, then you're gonna be waiting even longer than I just had to wait. And now for the final point about Lemillion's entire kit, it's his melee. His melee has some of the best frame data in this entire game. What other character do you know that can just do this?
How's this?
He can do it even faster. I'm trying not to mess up my inputs. And because of this, Mirio's melees are really quick, and he's actually like a really kind of good close-range brawler if you're not fighting a character with super armor or something. Now, granted, with this really quick and really fast melee, he has like no range on it at all. So, also that's another combo you can do. Just melee, melee, melee into Gamma. That combo's really good. It almost fully guard breaks. It does a lot of damage. So yeah, you could also use that. One final melee combo you can do with Mirio is air melee, melee, Gamma. That combo does a lot of damage. It's a really good mix-up, and not many people are going to expect you to do it. Well, one thing you can do, you can charge off into the sky, and if someone's not expecting you, air melee, melee, Gamma. Final tip that I'm going to give you guys before I go is that this beta tip is going to be really, really good. It's going to save your life a lot of times, and it's going to be really extremely useful. So what you want to do is, you want to use beta, right? But you don't want to have to be locked into moving around all the time. So what essentially you want to do is, you look down, don't put anything into your movement keys or your movement buttons. Don't do anything. Just look down and click beta. You won't move. He's moving forward a little bit, but he's basically just staying still. Now what this can do is it's going to trip people up because they're expecting you to go, like, when you go into beta, you can go to the left, you can go to the right, you can go behind them. They're not expecting you to be on the same spot that you went into beta. And it helps make this move a lot more unpredictable because I think that's what the devs intended this move to be. But with the sound effect that it has, it's really predictable, and it kind of defeats the entire purpose of him going underground for this. But yeah, you guys, that is my entire Mirio guide. Those are all of my Mirio tips and tricks for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide, and I'll see you all in the next video.